Sometimes when you create an assessment, you want to compare that assessment or refer to an assessment that you had done previously. So I'm going to do a quick fill down for a writing conference. This is a writing conference March. I'm going to get a comment from the comment bank. What I like to do sometimes is use a template for my writing conferences. And I'm just going to do writing conferences and grade 5. And I'm going to use this first one here that I created. I'm going to fill this into everyone's. And it basically has some questions that I ask the writer as they come up to me. And then they answer them, and I just type in what their responses are. It gives me a guide of our conversation. But sometimes I want to compare this, take a look at what they said last time to see what we talked about and to see if they're actually working or have made progress in that area. So I might want to compare this one to my writing conference to my last one. So what I'm going to do is click now. I'm going to go in this particular writing conference. I want to compare this assessment by pressing that menu button at the top right hand corner and then compare assessment. And it just says select the assessment I want to compare. I can compare more than one. I'm just going to pick my writing for February. Let's just say that one. I'm going to click on the little blue arrow at the end of it. And now you see two lines that are highlighted. It's going to compare these two assessments. So I'm going to press compare. And what it does is it brings up each student, Anita Bath, with their two assessments. Now, if there was scores or values or marks in here, they would all show up. I notice I don't have anything in for Anita Bath in February, but if I do click in the comment area, I did actually type some things here. So you can see here, last time we were talking about she was doing a fairy tale, Princess and the Toad, how it was going. She was good. She was on the second page. She was getting rid of tired words. That's what she was doing, that she thought was making her writing strong. And she was going to tell how the toad gets magical powers, and this could be for reading buddies. Something she was doing well is she was describing the setting really well by using the senses. Now this is the part that she wasn't quite getting. The teaching point was formatting dialogue. She said from now on refer to the notes. It should say notes. I'm just going to click in there and fix that. Notes. Refer to the notes we made together on using quotation marks. So now this time when she comes up, I'm going to see if she has any dialogue and check out if she's made those that progression, and she's referred to her notes and done that independently. So when she comes up, I'll click on today's. This is the March one. I'll ask her the same questions, but I'll take some time to take a look at her dialogue and how she formatted them as well. So sometimes if you need to compare two assessments or more than two assessments, you can do that using the Compare Assessments button.